All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we are getting ready to go for the game number 2. I don't know if Julio's here or not. He was going to go grab some food. Greg also has left. So far, it's just me. Looking back, we saw a pretty competitive game. Game number 1 that HVG ended up winning after they were able to secure a couple Barons and a couple other neutral objectives. I think they also got 4 Dragons, 2 Clouds, 2 Mountains. And that just kind of spiraled into the end game. Give me that ace. Got a little bit disjointed. Lost a team fight in the enemy team, red jungle, in the top side. And it just kind of went downhill from there. Anyways, we do have our MVP poll vote that John has actually screwed up because he forgot to put in the dash. And we're going to fix that.
Also, I'm here to replace Greg.
Who is here? Oh, is that Sebastian?
It is Sebastian.
It is
Indeed.
our boy Sebastian. He's gonna help cast this next one.
What's up, boys?
Did you watch that last one?
Yeah, let me get that fresh game invite.
All right, yeah. Hold on.
Are you doing PvP or color?
I was PvP play-by-play. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to come down from being wine drunk, so I can only pretty much color cast.
No, you find that.
By the way, stream. I offered Greg $20 if he'd flash the stream for the prize pool. Let it be known that he did not want to. So that's $20 away from the prize pool that he could have gotten. That's your league commissioner, everybody.
All right. Well, no one voted in the MVP vote poll, so.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm totally serious right now.
Here, I got you. Boom. I just voted.
Did you already close the poll? Because it only had 4 members. Because John set it up wrong.
Thanks to science.
Well, I voted for Elliot anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Same here. So Elliot, we're gonna call it. Elliot is the caster's choice for Game 1 MVP. I don't think there's a whole lot of complaints with that. He did go something like 7 or 8 and 1.
Well, it's not only that, he just had a very big impact on the map, and that's just generally what happens when he gets Sejuani. He's that big, beefy frontliner that gets crazy engages and can really turn fights. So it's just kind of the run-of-the-mill stuff, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Anyways, we are into our pick ban phase as we hear an ad play in the background. I don't have Spotify Premium. But we got Lee Sin, Akali, Misfortune banned by HVG. In return, Ornn, Vel'Koz, and Shen have been banned by GDA. First pick is Sal's Bard. Big surprise there. With an Ashe picked by GDA.
Yeah, the Ashe was something that it was HVG that had it last time. The Ashe arrows, while not completely on target, still gave a lot of pick potential and just relatively easy engage, especially for Urion and that Sejuani. So it was kind of like a wombo combo, and I guess GDA kind of want a taste of that. So it'll be interesting to see what jungler they pair up with the Ashe.
Yeah, they picked a Zillion to go with the Ashe. Zillion being one of Clap That Ass's more comfortable champions, as Julio makes a lot of noise. Sivir is the ADC for HVG, and we are waiting for their next pick, which is going to be a Fiora. So that's Fiora in the top lane for a Kaut. And then Sejuani taken away by Gimme That Ace. Definitely not going to let Elliot have that back again. And this is a completely different comp by HVG so far.
I mean, we've seen the Fiora dominate games, and we've also seen the Fiora not do so well. So it'll just be interesting to see what Garfield Juice plays into the Fiora. I just don't know. I don't know what he would choose. But Elliot back on the Sejuani. I mean, it's a comfort pick. Like
Sebastian's a bitch tits McGee.
that's my captain. So the Sejuani's just been relatively consistent. I think that's the key word that I would use for Elliot is the consistency that he puts on that Sejuani is just it's enough to warrant a ban in my opinion. But I guess between the Lee Sin, the Akali, and the Misfortune, they don't really see it as such.
As we see our next bans coming out, GDA has banned Ari and Skarner, and then Kassadin and Maokai are banned away by HVG. So, a bit interesting there.
Alright, why did Skarner ban? I want to know why.
Elliot must be spamming it.
Change? I can check. Uno, por favor.
He make it confirmed. Yeah, Sebastian getting flamed by his team in chat.
It's fine. They can practice without me. I'll just feed anyway. They need another top laner that just feeds. It'll be fine.
Well,
I can do that.
Speaking of top laners, it looks like Garfield Juice is going to pull out Gnar.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what countered her. What kind of countered Akiyute's Fiora last time. So it'll be interesting to see what Garfield Juice does in respect to that. And it'll also be interesting to see how Akiyute responds. I mean, kind of the main counter there. So maybe not play as aggressive or, maybe focus a little bit more on the farming, getting the Tiamat early. Those are all things that I'm kind of looking for Akiyute to do. Or maybe even just get more jungle pressure from Urion, knowing that he has that counter up there in the top lane.
Yeah, and we see Panic at the top hat is going to pull out a Nivea. The bird is indeed the word. And a Volibear.
That champion doesn't exist.
Wait. This is probably the first Volibear I've seen in half a year.
Yeah, I think the only Volibear that's ever played has been me whenever I played it against Grab Them by the Teemo top lane.
Which was
Season 1.
Yeah.
Wait, you played for our team?
No, he played against us and he pulled out
we played
Volibear.
against-
Oh, I was like, what?
Didn't we
Adam
dump?
fed me to hell and we ended up dumpstering y'all.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember getting done in any game, actually. What?
Yeah.
What are you on?
I came out of lane 5-0. Eric complains about it the entire time.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. That wasn't that much of a dumpster, what? Anyways,
Vigar was the last pick for Gimme That Ace, and we are going to be starting up our game here shortly. I need to get off.
Also,
this
yes,
thing.
he's been spamming it. He has a 60% win rate. Granted, he's only played 3 games, but
I was going to say the 3 games that I'm seeing on here for his ranked are with Eric, Guy Fieri in top lane.
He's a
So,
bloody feeder.
I don't know if that's like...
Volibear
I don't
is
know.
a trash bag. I go.
I
poo
don't
and
know,
come
dude.
back.
mm,
Is it a Bear Junior poo? Because we have a bear in this game.
Alright, stop.
What?
So just another control range, a control mage for. Well, actually, no, that's a control mage on the side of GDA.
Yeah, they went instead of going the assassin. I think both of Baja Blast Lover's assassins were banned away. That was the Kassadin, and also the Akali was banned away really early. So
Funny how Frank didn't actually opt to go for the Vigar. It's something that he's been pretty consistent on as well on the side of HVG.
I don't know, but Anivia has been pretty strong. The egg passive really allowing Anivia just to kind of come back even from a bad trade. As long as there's a team pressure to back it up. So I could see this working out pretty well. But the Volibear pick for Urion is, I just really wonder about that.
I don't see how that Volibear pick can be strong. I'm pretty sure he'll prove me wrong, but like between the Ashe, between the Sejuani, and between the Vigar and the Gnar as well, if he ends up flying Frozen Mallet, which he definitely should. He should definitely play Frozen Mallet. I don't really see.
You do not have to do that.
I don't really see how Volibear will be able to get onto these carries, can get onto the Ashe, can get into the Vigar without finding some form of resistance. The Fiora as well. Although if Aki is a god at Fiora, which he's proven he's been a couple of times, he could in fact riposte the arrow. But beyond that, I don't really see how Elliot can get into those fights in a 5v5 situation.
Yeah, they don't really have a tank aside from that Volibear. Fiora more of a bruiser, Anivia control mage stays behind, Sivir, which I don't even know, and then a Bard. Whereas you have a Gnar, which is more tank or can be tank, Sejuani that has a fair amount of tank in it.
Yeah, but between Sejuani and Gnar, that's still more frontline than HVG has.
Yeah.
And granted, Anivia can relatively be tanky because of the fact that he'll run Rod of Ages on it, but it'll be interesting to see. It'll be an interesting match. Funnily enough, Zillion and Veigar are both champs that Frank has been consistent on in past splits. We haven't really seen him play those two champions in the current meta since the rune changes. So I wonder if it's going to be a little blast from the past, seeing those champions against him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he did play the Zillion once. I think he pulled it out against Kirk 5, if I'm not mistaken. But he's been more consistent on like things like Vel'Koz, Veigar, and I think he has played Anivia a couple times. I think he even pulled out Malzahar once.
Malzahar is such a stupid champion.
Yeah, just press R.
Wait a minute, Bard went through.
Yeah, it was the first
Sorry,
pick.
I just now realized this. Sorry.
Where have you been? Don't say eating chicken.
On my phone. Also, I was eating General Tso's chicken. Thank you very much.
Yeah, stop. I'm so hungry right now.
All right, fine. Guinea pig. Better.
You're disgusting.
I love you too, Panda.
Anyways, looking at these looking at these team comps, what do you think is the win condition for? Let's start with HVG.
I think it's a 4-1 split push team comp where you have the Anivia and the Bard to help zone out the people who you have against the 4-man group, while you have Fiora up in the top lane just splitting the entire time. Yeah,
Well, if you're
that's what
gonna do
I'm
that,
thinking.
why wouldn't you go 1-3-1 with Fiora and Volibear each in side lanes, with Anivia, Sivir, and Bard through the mid lane?
Hey man, I'm
got
just
the
giving
wave
you my
clear.
opinion. You do not have to, shut my opinion down.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Like, why wouldn't you not do that?
I mean, I don't know. I think it depends on how far ahead the Nivea gets. Because if the Nivea gets ahead early, then the other team, I bid you a farewell. Because that's a late game champ, and like any other late game champs, if you get them ahead early, you are only going to see death within the next 10 minutes. See that defeat screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you here. And the thing is, as well, one thing that he didn't touch upon is the Anivia and Sivir wave clear. I mean, they're just gonna be destroying waves post 20 minutes, and it's gonna be really hard for GDA to try into their base, especially like trying to siege up. So those frontliners in the aspect of Gnar and Sejuani really beefy. In order to try and even attempt a dive into their base, because I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to end up coming to, is them having to dive underneath an inhibitor turret or some other, because they just can't out wave clear.
They do have a Zillion, though. Could they use the Zillion ultimate onto something like a Sejuani, use it as a bit of a sacrificial lamb?
Oh,
I mean, that's... Yeah, like my idea for GDA was that they're more of a, like, obviously, well, in my opinion, they're more of a team fight comp. The Gnar not being like a full tank, I say Gnar's more of a bruiser because of his mini form, which is why I think the Zillion works fine here, because although you may only have one true tank and one, like I said, bruiser because it's Gnar with a mini form, you just Zillion ult someone and they're back alive, so you essentially can have a full tank and a Gnar with 2 lives towards the end of the game.
All right. So
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. GDA has to stall this game out. I mean, you have an infinitely scaling champ in the form of Veigar. You have an Ashe Arrow that will never ever not be relevant in the game, and then your front line can get those beefy stats in order to be able to dive a lot more consistently and a lot better. So I think GDA post 25, well, actually no, post 30 to 35 minutes, I think they can pretty much win this game.
all right. Well, chat, get your hashtag HVG or hashtag GDA win in your chat so we know what you're thinking. So yeah, looking at summoner spells, we have double TP for Fiora and Anivia, heal for Sivir, and then ignite on the Bard. Going aggressive again with Sal.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah. In the over for GDA, we have Gnar and Veigar with teleport, and Zillion with an exhaust. So again, the only difference being ignite and exhaust on the supports. As we load into our game.
Ding.
I'm excited. It's a dive comp versus a comp that wants to win pre-30. Because if that Fiora gets started early and gets a couple of roams against the immobile Veigar in the mid lane, not gonna be pretty.
Like if I were Elliot or Sal on the Bard, I would focus top and mid lane. Because Sivir's going to have the wave clear no matter what, and same with Anivia, but Anivia hurts a lot more than Sivir does, in my opinion, in big fights. And you'll obviously want the Fiora to be ahead to get that split push going.
Wait.
I 100% agree. Also, Sal's Bard has been known to just roam around trying to get picks in the jungle and in the mid lane as well. So that's not exactly out of the ordinary for them. So that's definitely something that they could do. Like Elliot just go top lane and try and get Akiyut as even of a lane as possible against the Gnar, which is his counter. And Bard able to try and tip the scales for the Anivia, who's going to hurt late game. I absolutely think that's their key to victory as well.
They're being nice to each other.
And this is one of the few games in the LCS that does have every summoner with a skin. I think this might be
Every
the only
champion.
game. Yeah, every champion has a skin in this game.
So no shirts versus skins?
Nope.
Lame.
No force skins either. All
Is that Night
circumcised.
Raven Fiora?
But
Uh,
HVG one-upping GDA here. Both have snow skins.
Ooh. I don't know. HVG's got one. They got a snowbard.
HVG has Snowboard and Snow Sivir.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they have. Isn't that Santa Zillion? And poor snow.
Oh, do you count? Do you really count Queen Ashe as a winter skin?
No. The
we're
Poro
saying
Rider.
Santa Zillion and Poro Rider. The
Yeah, but
Sejuani
it's not-
skin.
but they're not in
Sejuani.
a single lane. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying the skin
Yeah.
synergy right
Snowstorm.
there. I
They're not in a
see.
single lane.
So
Oh.
as we see Volleybread
Anyways.
doing who knows what.
Volley.
Anyways, bot side starts for both junglers. Pretty standard right there. Getting the leashes.
Wait, hold on. I didn't pay attention. Did Jaundice go Fleet Footwork Sejuani? I know he's been talking about that for the longest time.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Okay. So, fun fact. That actually is absolutely insane when it comes to her wave clear, because she's able to sustain a lot better off of her jungle camps, and her clear just becomes immaculately better with Fleet Footwork.
Interesting. I did not know that. Anyways,
Fun fact.
this time both ADCs have gone Relic Shield.
Standard.
Yeah.
As we see the stun coming out from onto Uramoose from Allergic to Melt, because Uramoose is taking a ton of damage off the boomerang throw as well.
Sal's Bard, man. He knows the tendencies. He knows when they want to come up, and he knows when they just want to back off.
Super Hoagie doing a really good job spell shielding that bomb right there, getting some mana back as well. As again, another stun's gonna land onto Uramoose, but Super Hoagie's not close enough to follow up on that.
It's also fortunate for the Ashe to have taken Fleet Footwork. She'll be able to sustain a lot better. Won't have to pop a potion. Well,
As she pops up the potion.
As she pops a potion early, but she should be able to sustain against this lane a lot better than she normally would, or any other AD carry would normally.
Oh, stun gonna miss this time for Sal wide left.
Oh,
As
he's
this
gonna-
double bomb's gonna come out, and he's gonna have to get away from clap that ass. He's gonna flash
Yeah, a
away
little too
actually.
aggressive there.
As Yurion is now kind of caught in the river. Yandris is here, gonna land the stun on his
He should be able to. No.
No, one more.
Where's the boomerang?
Nope, they're opting
He
not to go
just
for it.
used the-
As Baja Blast Lever, they're gonna now go on to Panic at the top hat.
Wait,
Panic
why
at
is
the
he
top hat's
going
gonna
this
land
way?
a stun on Garfield Juice, and this is just kind of a clown fiesta in this jungle.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say to that one. There's just a lot of weird. That was just a lot of weird pathings on the both sides, trying to get really aggressive early.
Take the bomb to Hoagie. Aw.
Yeah, everyone's favorite thing playing against Azilian, having your support walk the bomb into your face.
That's what I
Better
do.
than a misfortune.
So that's true. Pairing out.
Being really, really aggressive, getting that press the attack proc on,
Ooh, he's
winning these trades, looking for more, but taking minion aggro, heavy minion aggro now is gonna have to. No, he doesn't have a bomb, so he's gonna have to wait for that Doran's blade to help sustain him through.
It's pretty big.
Elliot's coming from a gank? No, it's not.
Elliot's
Oh,
in
is
the
he?
area.
Yes,
Well,
no.
actually,
Yes,
Sejuani
no.
can.
Yes, no. Yes, no.
Sejuani can. He
No.
should actually.
Really should with this wave pushing in on Garfield Juice. Yep, now going around, but is going to be spotted out, and there's a ping.
Sal's in the mid lane right now, looking for something to happen.
He's just getting chimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's usually when you go for those kind of engages. Is like, hey, I'm gonna go mid lane, I'm gonna grab like 2 meeps. Oh, hey, I'm already here. Might as well set up a gank.
Super Hoagie
Actually,
just
looking
volleyed
for
the
the-
bush.
Looking for the path with Yuri on there.
As Aki is going in again, he's not going to get the Vital Proc off on the Garfield Juice. As Garfield Juice hops away. No, now gets the Vital Proc. As Garfield Juice has stepped a little too close again, and Parry's not going to hit anything. Get a little bit of a mastery flash here.
He can wait for the E as I'm frozen. He can wait for the E and flash to get the Vital Proc, and then the double with the crit. It could be enough.
Oh.
I don't play Fiora too often, but I.
Oh,
do
so
know
funny
that's
thing
a-
that. So the thing that I learned from Fiora, right? Apparently they removed the second proc on her E. Like it still goes through, except you can't click E. Like you can't cast the proc the second time. You know what I mean?
I thought
So
it was
like,
on
like but no, before you could do auto attack proc E, auto attack proc E again. But now it's auto attack proc E, and then next auto attack is a critical.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Wait, I'm thinking about something else. Never mind.
Yeah, that was a long
Oh,
time
it was
ago.
allergic to milk.
It's like season 5.
Baja Blast Lever just burned a flash in the mid lane.
Oh,
Allergic to milk.
That's a great flash, though.
Yeah. The Super Hoagie has now got both of them chasing him down.
Oh, I was thinking of Camille's Q. My bad.
Yeah, there
Wow.
you go. That's a little,
Hey,
that
man.
makes a little more sense.
I've been playing a lot of Camille, okay.
This Volibear is actually keeping up in farm pretty well. With this Sejuani just slightly ahead here now. But hasn't really been a detriment to the team. Hasn't fallen off behind at all yet. As Uramoose is going to get stunned again by allergic to milk.
I mean, honestly, if Elliot can just play this lane until he gets the health items and he actually becomes a Volibear, then, you know, it'll just be a lot smoother. of a
Double
game
stun
for him.
coming out
Another
because I'm allergic to
stun.
milk, and the boomerang throw is going to drop Uramoose really low. He's just going to have to get away.
Aki has Tiamat.
Interesting.
So, he
Here
wasted
comes
W.
out there. Oh, well, nope. Yurion is here. He's probably gonna flash away by Garfield Juice. I might be slightly ahead of you.
No,
No.
we're the same.
Okay.
I was slightly behind. but then I caught up. So
Oh, got you.
Wait, it's the same thing. Wait. Ooh, do it, Sal. Go in.
Nah, he's just gonna go grab his chimes and get out. Meanwhile, blue buff going over to Panic at the top hat, who is out of mana. Probably help him push the waves out a little bit more. Really, both sides just opting to farm here. Nothing really too crazy going on, aside from that early shenanigans in the jungle.
okay, at this point, Elliot needs to hard commit top lane. Akiyute's missing out on a lot of farm, 47 to 60. Akiyute needs a way back into this game in the lane. And here's where you need to ask for your jungler to come gank for you. Like, even if it's against your lane or like against his pathing, like he needs some form of help because he's just taking damage for Frizzle at this point.
For Frizzle, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Arrow.
Gets the stun off, but
That was a good flash, though.
yeah.
Yurion has come in. He is now trapped inside of this. And Yurion is going to be the first blood as Sejuani is going to get the kill, and the bird is stuck. Press R, kill bird.
Veigar's left.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. The Q ran out for Elliot there right as he flashed and was not able to hit the flip. And after that, you're pretty much done. That's all you can provide as a Volibear is one flip.
As Dragon has gone over, that is a Cloud Drake for Gimme That Ace. And they pulled out the early lead here. Getting those 2 early kills. Now up about 1k gold. Plus that farm lead in the top lane. Although
13 farm, not that bad right now.
this Ashe is about 20 CS down on the Sivir.
It is true.
Hadn't noticed that until now.
It's not that detrimental. Aki being really aggressive here. Just gonna hop away. That's the problem.
He does have press the attack, so that does do a little bit of extra damage. As Jaundice probably just saw Bard walk by.
But that's
Is he
the
gonna
problem.
take the
Fiora
Bard?
doesn't really have a way to stick onto the Gnar once the press the attack procs go through. Jaundice. just
They
chilling
know,
here.
yeah, they're gonna catch Bard
Oh,
now.
yeah, they
There
collapsed.
goes the magical journey out of there.
Really good magical journey.
We like magical journeys. What was that noise? As Super Hoagie
Ooh.
takes an arrow to the
Ooh.
face, but not gonna matter. His clap that ass is stunned. Oh, Vital Proc getting off on the Garfield juice. Azaki is gonna dash in again. This time, not hit the Vital Proc.
Missed the cannon for his troubles though.
Yep.
Garfield just needs to be aggressive here, honestly speaking. He gets the steroid for free. He's almost Mega Gnar. I mean, Fiora can't really trade with small Gnar.
Can't feel a trade with Big Gnar as Baja Blast Lover and Jaundice have trapped Panic in the top hat inside the baby cage. This is a nice stopwatch right there as Panic in the top hat is going to get away from the glacial prison.
Oh no.
But Jaundice is now
Toro.
taking power shots as they're just going to go around the base like he doesn't care.
Good Poro.
Yep.
Man, I feel that pain. Elliot really wanted to flip. Really wanted to flip Jaundice and be a little bit more helpful to the team, but couldn't because Panic at the top hat was right there. So, rule number 1 of Volibear: don't flip the enemy jungler into your mid laner. Still ended up dying,
Yeah.
but you know, certain unspoken rules you gotta follow. And Panic at the top hat already at half health after burning TP.
Yeah, burns TP, lands right into an event horizon, gets dark matter from the sky. Really good setup there by Baja Blast Lover, knowing exactly where Panic at the top hat's going to come out. And he gets a blue buff.
Yeah, he already hurts like a lot.
100 CS. After we see this fight in the top lane, let's go take a look and see how much
just
stats
does
is
it.
here. He's
it doesn't
got
work.
88 stacks so far. As we see a
Ooh,
big
he's gonna get the
stun
magic.
right there, and Clap That Ass is going to take
Wow.
the kill on Allergic to Milk because supports need kills too, as Meganar is going to bounce in, but the rock throw is not going to land. Or rock smash. We're going to use Pokemon names because I don't know what they are.
Rocks.
Oh, Boulder
Size are
tossed
toss.
into everybody, but it is parried by
riposte.
Akiyut.
Really good riposte there from Akiyut.
As Blast Cone is taken by Vygar over the wall. Baja Blast Lover starting to build a little bit of a lead here. Is up about 800 gold over Panic at the Top Hat, who's going to take a blue buff, but is 75% health now.
Finished that mellow pretty fast. So he's not going to be really hurting for mana anytime soon at this point.
And it looks like Panic at the Top Hat has opted for a tier and is going to go Roa first.
Roa. Yeah, it's absolutely the call. I mean, you just get the passive healing from the Roa in your ultimate, and you kind of sustain and become a little bit more beefy than what he really wants to be right now. Going the double mana build as well once he completes.
Ooh, baby.
That was ultimate
Once he,
burned by Fiora, I think, at the top lane.
And then once he finishes that Archangel Staff, he's going to be doing a ton of damage with the ultimate.
As Volibear is also kind of headed towards top lane. Jaundice is mid. They do not see what is going on over here. We have two groups sitting in bushes. I don't know if either group knows the other one is there. As Jaundice has found Urion. Urion has been knocked up, but they're going to have to break off as Panic at the Top Hat is here. They do have the
Almost
Glacial
gets
Prism. They
infected
could
on
use
the
that to start a fight, as Uramoose is well below half health. Glacial Prison hits Panic at the Top Hat. Panic at the Top Hat is going to flash away, though.
Flash.
And they're not going to get the additional stuns.
Yeah, unfortunately, because of that double mana build, Panic at the Top Hat does not have the AP he wants or needs to be really effective in the mid game. Although in the late game, he'll be a lot more inclined for these trades. But right now, he just has to wait.
This is an Infernal Drake coming up next. It is live now. Super Hoagie has been stunned, but they're just going to let him get away. As Akiyut has also roamed bot lane. Looks like everybody is kind of in this jungle over here. Clap that. Oh, Jaundice is going to go in, but he's not going to get the stun off on Akiyut. Stun is off now. Arrow's going to miss wide to the left, kind of like Blair Walsh, as Akiyut has killed Baja
my
Blast
God,
Lover. That is
shut
a
up.
big kill. Jaundice is going to end up getting dropped down by the... But he has a Zillion ult, as they're going to go in onto Panic at the Top Hat. But Clap That Ass is really low. Uramoose is going to get stunned as he walks forward into the ice ball, as Allergic to Milk is not going to get the stun. And Uramoose is going to live with just a little bit of health. Unfortunate there that Sal misses his Q.
But all in all, not a huge loss for HV. They went 1-for-1. Top laner, I'm sorry, not the top laner. Trained the mid laner for the top laner. Actually, a little bit on the worth side for HVG at this point.
Hello, Garfield Juice is looking at Panic at the Top Hat, but is deciding not to opt in and jump on top of him.
Major props to Aku for living a lot longer than he probably should have in that fight, since he was the one that got caught out in the first place. And I think that's what really kind of turned the tide of that fight. And honestly, Uramoose should have gone down as well. Just unfortunate that that Sal ended up missing the binding there.
Yeah, Uramoose missed an Ash Arrow in there at the beginning of that fight, which probably could have turned and maybe gotten an extra kill.
Uramoose also could have killed Anivia when they were running away. Instead, he was tunnel vision for, I think, Hoagie. I forget who was tunnel vision on.
As Bob Last Lover started the dragon with Clap That Ass stuck in the pit now. But Baja Blast Lover is now caught Panic at the Top Hat. He's in the wrong position. Gonna get stunned, gonna get hit by the storm.
Ooh.
Wall has
That's a
got
good
him in a
wall.
bad spot, and he's gonna have to flash away just to get out of
They
this
have to
mess.
run.
Yeah, that
When he
was
gets patrolling.
yeah.
Oh, Super you
That-
just got
ooh.
back.
Arrow coming out is gonna stun Aki, but they're still gonna get the dragon. As Panic at the Baja Blast Liver is just gonna press R, delete the Fiora. As somebody has stepped too far into the bush, that is Super Hoagie,
That's
and
two.
the egg is now out. That should be 3 now. Yep, double kill right there. Uramoose is chasing down Bard. Gonna take the magical journey and follow him. Are they gonna catch up? No, they're gonna go on to Urion instead, who's gonna get slowed. They're gonna get
Yeah,
the
doesn't
stun
have
out.
the flash either,
Tempered
yeah.
Fate gonna miss wide to the left, just like Blair Walsh, and they're gonna.
Shut the hell up!
Urion is gonna die. Clap that ass is gonna take the kill.
Why are you tilting me?
Why? Why do you care about Blair Walsh?
I'm just tired of the football references. This happened 3 weeks ago. Let the man alone. Let him live.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, so at the very beginning of that fight, that was really unfortunate because he reposted correctly, but the repost ended up running out just before the Veigar ultimate. I believe the Primordial Burst ended up reaching him.
Yep. Well,
So that
Akiut's
was
here.
really,
Akiut is in, but he's gonna get.
Oh, that is.
Not
Yeah,
gonna
he's,
spell shield
yeah.
the event horizon as Vygar presses R, and you have a dead Fiora.
That's a ballsy person.
And Rift Herald over onto Garfield Juices. Everybody's gonna back over in a corner. They are gonna see this as there is a trinket, or not a trinket, a pink ward there, but that's not a pink ward anymore. It's a vision ward, control ward. Well, I don't even freaking know. Why do you need to change
Control
things, though,
ward.
Riot?
Is it a control word? Somewhat.
It's a control ward now. It's not a vision ward or a pink ward.
Whatever.
Dumb things.
Something just like Blair Walsh, right?
Yep. Wide to the left. Or wide to the right. You mean either or. Or short. Could be short as well. I'm just saying, I could kick those field goals. And I suck.
I'm not gonna get into that. I was gonna say that's bullshit because the kicker gets all the shit but none of the glory. But that's fine. It's whatever.
I'll give you a little football reference
Kill
here.
him!
Uramoose is not going to get stunned by allergic to milk. Also going to dodge
Kill
ice
him
ball.
too!
Sal does have his ult.
He should have Tempered Fate back. Yeah, Tempered Fate did miss in the last fight, unfortunately, which could have saved Urion. Rift Herald has been spawned in the bot lane, but we have 3 members of HVG here to respond. Stun gonna come out, stun the Rift Herald as Urion is gonna get smashed into the wall. As I don't even know what's going on here. That tower is still up. Arrow's gonna miss wide left, and Urion is gonna be able to get away. Tempered Fate's gonna trap Baja Blast Liver and clap that ass, but that tower's still up, and we just have a little bit of posturing.
Did you see Rich Harold do a little dance when he got stunned?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Meanwhile,
That's
top lane, Akiyut
hilarious.
has taken a tower.
Panic on the top hat's here though. Not enough wave clear. All 5 members of GDA are down here.
They better
John
get
is
something
looking
though,
for
because
a-
Akiyut is just pushing in the top lane. Jaundice is gonna get stunned. Is gonna take a boomerang as well.
They're gonna
Boomerang
have the
throw.
back. They don't have the minion wave anymore. Just cleared first tower. Meanwhile, oh yeah, Garfield Juice is already up there responding.
Yep. So they're gonna get it out. They're gonna find a few wards, clear the vision out. There's a lot of pink wards that are just kind of placed there in the middle where everyone can see
And
them.
actually, GDA is posturing around this mid lane. This mid lane tier 2, probably looking to get something, or they're probably just gonna back.
Well, Jaundice is backing right now. Uramoose is gonna try and take the chickens,
Oh,
but the
I
chickens
like him. He's a
reset.
troll. I like Baja Blast Lover. He's a troll.
Yeah, Baja Blast Lover.
He tried to
Baiting
cancel
his
John
team.
Dice's recall.
How did he do that?
He tried to drag the chickens to him.
Let's see.
He's a smart man. I want
Okay.
to play with him.
Anyways,
So the Veigar has 161 ability power on his phenomenal his passive, his phenomenal evil power, I think it's called. That equates to what, almost three Rabadons at this point. Man has 441 AP.
Actually, I'm
hurts.
showing 594 right now.
Oh well, now he just backed and he bought a rab.
Yeah, 594 AP on that Vigar. Pretty much can one shot.
Anybody?
Anybody?
Sal, Panic at the top hat. Well, maybe not Panic at the top hat because
Yeah,
he does have a little bit of bulk to him.
he has the
with that
Roa now. 8 stacks as well, plus a Leandry.
Oh, shoot him!
Oh, but good tempered fate by Allergic to Milk. But they have caught Super Hoagie stepping up too far. Did press R and got a kill. As Yurion's gonna take a rock to the face from Meganar. But good arrow there by Uramoose, gonna trap Super Hoagie when he stepped up too far. And they're posturing around this mid turret. But meanwhile, Aki is still in this top lane.
He needs to get that turret in response, but it doesn't look like he's going to.
Oh,
He's gonna get back
Urion finally going to throw somebody over his head, but the trap is here from Baja Blast Lever, and the ultimate's coming out from Clap That Ass as they're able to.
Oh, what?
Akiyud has lost all of his health as Baja Blast Lever cues him as he comes out of the teleport. Baja Blast Lever doing a really good job.
Baleful Strike is doing half everybody's HP right now.
Yeah, those Vigar Qs are just doing so much damage. And they're get onto this dragon now. That should be a dragon for an Infernal Drake for GDA.
Oh no, Sal!
As Sal has found
No!
Baja Blast Lever. Baja Blast Lever is gonna miss the Dark Matter. I don't think he got that cleanly. And he's just gonna back because he is a little low health. But chat, you're being awfully quiet over there. Nothing in the chat to talk
It's
about.
8:35 on a Saturday.
So
9:35.
Oh yeah, you're on communist time. I forget.
Yeah, you're on bonobo time, so that's okay.
hey, it's only like 6:08 over here, 6:35 here.
Yeah, you're.
He's in hippie time.
Yeah, he is.
You're not wrong. I mean, you know, the smoke cloud that hangs over Portland is a pretty good indicator.
That ganja cloud, you mean?
Yes. That dank cloud.
Wait, the blue buff just hit him over the wall. That's cool.
It's a big giant golem. Of course it can go over the wall.
Yeah, but like that wall's pretty thick, dude.
I'll show you something thick.
And
wait.
for the two
Shut
C's.
the hell up! I knew you just...
You sending me nudes tonight?
Hey, don't I have your
Send
Snapchat?
nukes.
You do.
Ooh.
Mm.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
Olivia has
Frank
been
is
stunned.
really trying to protect this pink ward.
Frank is going to
I mean,
land the
it's
stun
gone now.
onto Jaundice. Yeah, Pink Ward is already gone. They are going to find Urion, who's not going to throw anybody over his head. Going to hit the blast cone to disengage this fight as Ice Ball misses to the left.
Yeah.
Just like.
Shut up. Until Jaundice finishes either that Archangel Staff or that Leandri's Torment, he's not going to be doing any damage to Jaundice with that Abyssal Mask already completed.
Oh, Bax has been stopped by
That was rude.
Rocky. Clap that ass. She's going to land the double bomb on him.
What a rude dude.
How rude. As Sivir ult is used to disengage this fight.
They can Baron right now, can't they?
Could.
Baroon.
Yeah, it's a Baron call.
There's no orange here. Can't do that. Anyways, they do know there is a ward here that isn't being seen by this pink ward. It has gone away though, so they do know they are here. Temper Fate's only going to hit Baja Blast Lever as Panic at the top is here. Baja Blast Lever is going to go down,
Still alive.
but who cooked the Baron? Jaundice
Sejuani
got the
got
Baron. As we see a crazy fight.
And they killed
Urion
them
is
all.
here, and Uramoose picked up a double kill in the middle of that as Garfield Juice is going to get stunned, and they're just going to go down mid lane, it looks like. Yeah,
That was a huge gnar from Garfield Juice right there, putting 3 members into the wall, and the Dark Matter just doing so much damage on the side of Baja Blast Lever. Jaundice was able to just stick in the back of the Baron and just finish it off pretty cleanly without much. Elliot actually got stunned up pretty hard in that as well with Jaundice's ultimate, so wasn't able to smite it away. And then from there, it was pretty much easy.
yeah. Plus, Clap That Ass was able to get the Zillion ultimate onto Baja Blast
Yeah.
Lever, even though they were able to drop Baja Blast Lever and they came back up. Flashes
Oh.
forward, Event Horizon's not going to hit anything. And they're just
Was
gonna
that
try and
BM
wait
towards
for.
himself or towards the other team?
Yeah, I don't know
Towards
about that.
himself.
Probably towards himself because he's a boosted monkey. Anyways, around the side here, gonna try and clear some more of these waves off, since it looks like GDA is just gonna back. They are leading 16-1 right now. 59k gold to 39k gold. 6 towers to 1. Again, just most of this early game and mid game going to the side of GDA. So if you're HVG, what are you guys thinking about doing to bring this back?
Stop feeding.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. You have an 0-4. You have a Volibear that's 0-4 as well. Fiora's not doing too well herself. Like, you have 1 kill in the entire game while you've fed 16. You gotta slow it down. You gotta slow the pace down just a little bit. And try and get these fights with numbers advantage, because they haven't been doing that the entire time. It's either been Akiyu diving into 1v4 situations, and then it's just been they've been scattered the entire game. They have to form up at some point and use this Anivia ult to its full potential.
As again, we're seeing a 4-1 split right here. Gnar is top lane, but they're just not going to take a fight. They're letting this tower go. It looks like they're going to fight around this inhibitor tower.
If I'm GDA, I just dive this.
Into a 4v5?
Actually, no, they don't have the Gnar. The Gnar was top lane.
But if you're HVG, do you think about taking a fight here? There is no Gnar.
Hell no. The Veigar's gonna stun like 3 people. It's just going straight toward the team.
Well, if the Tempered Fate lands on the Veigar and not the Ashe, then they can take out the Ashe pretty early. Or vice versa. If they Tempered Fate the Ashe but not the Veigar, they can all jump on the Veigar.
Because right now they're just getting split. I mean, the supers are, I guess, coming into the base. There is a dragon going to be spawning in about 18 seconds. But, stun lands onto the Ashe. Ultimate coming out from Panic at the top hat, who's trapped Jaundice inside taking tower shots. But we're going to have, look at that damage from Garfield. Garfield just is ulting Aki into the wall, and that's a dead Fiora, as they're going to lose this top tower now.
Now you dive.
Yeah, now you definitely dive.
Now you absolutely dive.
Would you leave the Sejuani ult into the... Yep, the Sejuani ult coming out. Not going to hit Allergic to Milk, though, as Yurion has gone top lane to stop Garfield Juice. But that means they're going to lose this bot tower as well. Yurion popping the ultimate, but the minions are just going to delete him, as ultimate coming out and press hard. His Baja Blast Lever just eats. Just gonna destroy Sal some more, as we're gonna see supers now onto the base. This looks like, oh nope, shutdown coming out on the Baja Blast Lever, as Panic at the top hat was able to get him with the storm, but the ultimate is not gonna do anything, as Garfield Juice is on top of Super Hoagie, although he is taking a lot of tower shots. Super Hoagie's probably gonna be able to get the kill. Yep, Hoagie's gonna get a kill there.
Pentakill!
No, he's not gonna get a pentakill. Zaki is gonna take that one. Super Hoagie actually looks like he might die. No. And GDA is just going to back out of this.
Yeah, it was kind of a big throw from Baja Blast Lover there, getting caught pretty hard.
Yeah, all chats
Definitely
report
could have
me.
ended the game from there.
Wait,
Definitely
what is he doing?
Report Baja Blast Lover, as they're going to take this red buff.
Oh, Aki is sniffing around. They don't know he's there. They still don't know he's there.
He's a ballsy man.
Oh, nope, they arrowed it now. Gonna go in, he's gonna try and get onto Euromoose, but it's just
Needs
gonna
to get the proc. No.
zoned off by Jaundice, who did a good job of zoning there.
Oh.
He got arrow Ash to the face and then Sejuani stunned back to back.
Man, unfortunate.
Wait, did I say arrow Ash to the face?
No, you said Ash Arrow.
Okay.
I heard Arrow Ash.
So did I in my head. You probably corrected it in your head.
Probably.
Yeah, but yeah. Like he got Ash arrow to the face and then stunned right out of it.
Yeah, no, you
From
definitely
Sejuani.
said Arrow Ash.
Yeah, I think I did. That's funny.
Sucks to
All
suck,
right,
man.
So I think this game is pretty much done.
420, we win. No, they win. They win.
Everyone wins.
Game's over. Game's over. Just leave right now.
I think this game's pretty much done, unless HVG can get a miracle steal on this Baron. I don't really foresee him coming back.
don't
If
even
they
know if
can
they're gonna
keep the
bother with
score
it.
at 420 when the game ends, I will donate $10.
420 end game now. Yeah. You better hope no one dies then, and they just let them win.
Or surrenders for
Surrender. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Temper Fate
Temper
coming
Fate
out, gonna
changes.
land onto Baja Blast Lever. He's gonna get stunned and ignited, but he's just gonna flash away. As it looks like we're gonna get a kill onto Aki.
Yeah.
Nope, Jaundice is gonna die.
Oh.
So
There
we're at
goes
$522.
$10. Sorry,
Yep.
guys.
Panic at the top hat, gonna use the stopwatch. Baja Blast Lever is just trying to get away from Urion, but Urion's gonna get a kill here. Ash is also dropped, but he's just
Urion's
Garfield
bulky
juice
now.
and clap that ass. Clap that ass is gonna back up just a little bit here, but this Garfield juice is just so tanky. Gonna hop forward, gonna just smack him a few times with the boomerangs. Gonna take the turret. Supers are now gonna take the Nexus, and Urion not gonna be able to get to him. Allergic to Milk is coming around. Clap that ass is just gonna ult himself to make sure that his KDA stays good, and that is game number 2 going over for the side of GDA, meaning we get a 1-1 draw and each team picks up a point.
Interesting.
Very much so. Something interesting to note is that Panic at the Top Hat never finished the Archangels. He had that tier stacked since, I believe, 22, 23 minutes into the game. Never was able to really utilize it at the Andrew early, and then after that just went straight into the Zanyas. I wonder what would have happened if maybe he had, finished off that item and maybe given a lot more gotten a lot more use out of it.
So
He's like at 4 items at this point.
looking at damage charts, right? The Veigar did more damage than the Nivea by 28.
Cool. Well,
That's so close, dude.
yeah.
So yeah, imagine if he had Archangel staff, how much more damage that would have been, because Archangel gives more AP based on your mana pool. And he had a fully stacked Roa. He had the fully stacked tier at that point. Maybe it would have turned a couple fights.
He could have added the extra 28 damage.
Is it only 28 AP?
Oh, it's only 28. No, I'm just saying it's a difference of 28 damage between the two.
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't sound right. I don't think you just get like 28 AP from like building 2 mana items.
Yeah, dude, you totally do.
Anyways.
But yeah, I don't know. It would have been interesting to see if he had actually got the Angels rather than go right into the Zanyas.
Anyways, we got our MVP vote up. Thanks, John the Vandal 2010. Even though that's when you got to school. That's not when you got to school, actually. Yeah, so
Alright.
get your votes in for MVP for game number 2. Again,
Alright,
here-
I actually gotta go, so I'll catch you guys later. Later, stream.
later.
Bye.
Alright, so we had Garfield Juice, Jaundice the Third, Baja Blast Lever, Euromoose, and Clap That Ass for your choices. Looking at some damage numbers here, again, Baja Blast Lever just kind of popped off here. 24,000. But yeah, again, it's only 28 more damage than the Nivea. However, I think he had something like, what was this? Yeah, 7, 3, and 9 for scoreline. Compared to 2, 5, and 3. So press R, win game. Meanwhile,
Looking
Nar,
at the more important stat awards placed, we have Sal 41
yep, very
and
important.
Zillion at 38.
Very important stat, that 41 words for Sal in a 33-minute game.
But the Nar has 29 wards and the Fiora had 13.
Man, we don't care about that.
Yes, I do.
Anyways, I think the one statistic that really stands out to me in this game is the 10 assists for HVG. Just weren't able to work cohesively as a unit to get some of these kills finished off. I don't know if that was team comp wise, if it came down to that, or if it was just a few misplays here and there, but just not a whole lot of kills and not a whole lot of kill participation by really anyone. So, anyways, get your votes in. We will do MVPs in a bit. So,
Wait, if you go to the healing done, Anivia has 11,000 healing done.
Yeah, that's from the egg.
Oh. Okay.
At least that's what I'm assuming is going on. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna take a slight break as we find food and stuff, and then we're gonna get our interviews going. So, sit tight. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 MVP was Urion. So if you will get up to the player of the game interviews, and then we're going to close the Game 2 poll right now. Your MVP for game number 2, if I can type right.
Wasn't it Garfield Juice?
Game number 2 MVP is Garfield Juice. All right, so Garfield Juice, you are game number 2 MVP. Join us in the player of the game interview. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, so congratulations on getting a draw. Probably not the result you guys were wanting, but still, nonetheless, puts you in a good position to get that number 2 seed. I think you guys now have you're in a tie for second place. So
Yeah.
what's up, Garfield Juice? Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on picking up a draw. Again, as I was telling Elliot, probably not the result you wanted, but all things considered, it's every little bit helps. All right, so first off, for Elliot, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why Volibear?
Hey, man, I'm MVP for the first game. That's what matters. So let's not bring up that. No, the first game, we thought that we had pretty commanding, game for what it was worth. So we were kind of doing comfort picks and to have a little fun the second game. And someone said the words Volibear, and I said, lock it in.
Okay.
And as much as I enjoy playing Volibear in solo queue, it was not really the best team choice. You can clearly see in that game, I just wasn't really able to be any sort of utilization towards our team whatsoever.
Yeah. The reason I ask that is because Sejuani was available early.
We wanted to grab the Fiora, the third pick. We knew we were getting Bard first pick because that was the commanding thing. And we wanted to grab Heroes, pick the second. And then we were debating whether the Fiora or the Sejuani. And we wanted Ben to pop off on the second game. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I wasn't able to get topside enough. There's a lot of pressure going around, and Garfield Juice warding that bush every 3 minutes.
Yes.
Does a number on you from coming up there.
Yeah, so again, I have a similar question for Garfield Juice. Why the Gnar into a Fiora? It seems like that matchup when Gnar is mini doesn't really go in Gnar's favor, yet it seems like you were able to win those trades regardless.
My goal early in mini Gnar was just, I went fleet footwork. I was like, if I can just go in, get a last hit when I can, and get some healing and pop back out real quick. Like, that was just my goal until I could get at least some health and an item in there.
Having done the second most damage in the game number 2 for your team, although I'm more curious about how the team dynamic had changed without having Adam Theatrics there, because he is your captain, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, Adam's our
So
captain.
how much different was your guys' style of play with Jaundice subbing in for Adam? And was there a secondary captain who took over the team when Adam left, or did Jaundice step into that role as well?
Really, from like an actual, when it come down to like gameplay, it was pretty much a similar style. My goal is to just be an island and no one's really going to care about what I'm doing top, and let the jungler, boost our mid lane and our bot lane. And we are very, and it happened this time just as much as it happened in most of our other matches. Most of our matches, except for one, ended up in a tie, and most of those are where we lost the first game and then came back and won the second game. We're pretty good, even with Jaundice coming in instead of Adam. I just think we're a lot better at adapting, figuring out what was the core reason why, because most of the time, most teams for that matter are, if something's working, they're going to keep it. So figure out the one thing or the couple of things that were going against us, which in the first game was the Shen, was the big problem, and the Ashe just having vision all the time. We just thought it was, if we got rid of those two things or took them away, we would be able to adapt in the second game, and that's what we did.
Okay, and I don't know if there's any last questions from chat. We're going to probably cut this a bit short because I just realized we have another match coming up here quick in 15 minutes. So, actually, I got another question for you. again, knowing that you had a match in 15 minutes, what is your guys? Have you guys been able to put in the same amount of preparation, having to basically go a doubleheader today?
We knew this week we kind of knew there was a possibility that Adam wasn't going to be there. So Greg and Adam and we had already talked about who was going to sub jungle, and we got Geo in and Jaundice, and managed to do some practice games, and really the only ones, and that's been one of our problems, is just being able to practice as a whole team. We haven't really been able to do a lot, but we managed to get him, me, and Reese, Uramus in the bot lane, like doing some games, seeing how we felt. And we knew it was going to be a long night. We knew like there is a sliver of a hope of us still making playoffs. It comes down to these next two games, really the next game in particular. So we'll have to see how this goes, but we're pumped. We're ready. We know it's do or die, so we gotta do it or go.
So just to update you on the standings, you guys are currently sitting in 8th place at 8 points, 1 point behind 7th place Big Anime Titties, and then 2 points behind Gurk 5, who are on 10 points. And I think you guys you tied Gurk 5, but a draw at this point doesn't help, so you're gonna need that 2-0 victory. So I know we're all wishing you guys the best of luck in your upcoming games, so I'm gonna let you go back to your team so that you can prepare for that.
Well, thank you, and GG to the other team. HVG, just like game one was a stomp. I mean, it was awesome. So all right.
So Elliot, real quick for you, you guys have your final match, I think it's tomorrow if I'm not mistaken, versus Pooh. You guys are level on points at 15 for 2nd place. So really this one comes down to winner take all. One team wins, they get 2nd. One team loses, they're 3rd place, and they got to play a first round match. So for you guys, what are you guys thinking going into that game?
Well, I don't want to give away too much.
Well, just mentality wise,
it's going to be a very difficult match for us. I think the Pooh doesn't have a weak player on their team. I think everyone can agree with that. That they drafted very well. I mean, we also did, for what it was worth. There's some teams that have really good drafts, and this is one of those teams where everyone on their team is strong. And we're just going to have to buckle down and not just make mistakes. I feel like the reason we completely lost that second game was just making poor mistakes. I mean, whether it's vision was definitely an issue with us, and that's something we're going to have to look into as far as tomorrow is concerned. Maybe overall champ picks, possibly picking to a better comp. But we know that they're a very tough team, and it's going to be a fight to the finish for sure.
All right. Well, best of luck to you guys tomorrow. I know I'm for sure looking forward to it. I don't know who's casting it. So anyways, for those of you, we have a match coming up in about 13 minutes here is when that's supposed to start. That is Riches Provoked versus Gimme That Ace. This will be probably a deciding match for who qualifies for playoffs and who doesn't. Again, if Riches Provoked wins this game, they will eliminate Gimme That Ace. And if Gimme That Ace wins this game, they're going to leapfrog themselves into 5th place pending other results. So anyways, we got some hype stuff coming on. Stick around. We'll be turning off the stream for a little bit, but definitely follow us so you know when we're coming back on. And then we have a Facebook page. Follow the Facebook page or like it. So yeah, anyways, I'm Fleeing Panda. I had Clumsy Chocobo with me, who has since disappeared. And we're going to end it for now. Peace, yo.